Hello and a very good evening. This Saturday has not been as long a counting day as it was on June 4th. But like June 4th, this Saturday too had a similar flavor. And the flavor was India Bloc or India Alliance, that as of now is opposition at the center, had in a way at multiple places performed better than the ruling BJP, the BJP which is there at the center. Thus, we come to you live on this Saturday. Firstly, to begin with, I do apologize for not having been able to come to live or put out any story the past couple of days. I had personally not been keeping well. And thus, in this live broadcast, if the voice chokes or if I start coughing, please bear with us. This by election, which happened in the country in 7 states for 13 seats, could not have been seen as a litmus test or could not have been seen as something very, very significant. But this is extremely significant in the backdrop of the Lok Sabha election 2024. The Lok Sabha election 2024, one of the longest elections India has ever seen, also turned out results which had also been surprising for BJP. BJP, which had given the call, Ab ki baar 400 par, was cut down to 240, while BJP has managed to form government along with alliance partners like Nitish Kumar's Janata Dal United and Chandrababu Naidu's TDP, along with others like Chirag Paswan, amongst many. They have been able to form the government at the center. But the opposition parties, which had so far been rebuked and questioned, where are they? Are they even relevant in the parliament? They have surprised many by taking their tally to 234. 234 seats out of 543. Even though the results were clear that BJP on its own, like in the case of 2014 and 2019, had failed to find its single majority, but they managed to be the single largest party. And soon after that, the rebuke had continued. While BJP alone is at 240, India Alliance put together like Congress, Aam Aadmi Party, Trinamool Congress, Shiv Sena UBT, you have Sharad Pawar's NCP SP, and many other parties put together, including RJD, they have been able to touch 234. But we saw what happened in the opening session of the 18th Lok Sabha. The parliament was simply not disrupted by the opposition. At the same time, the same opposition which had so far been questioned as where they are, if they're relevant, had compelled BJP to finally speak out on Manipur. While Prime Minister Narendra Modi had so far spoken on Manipur twice, was in a way compelled to speak out on Manipur on the floor of the House, if not in Lok Sabha, but in Rajya Sabha, only after, during his speech in Lok Sabha, the disruption had been so boisterous that Congress and other opposition leaders, for good more than one hour, had continued shouting, Manipur, Manipur, Nyay, Nyay, justice, justice. And thus, in the backdrop of what you have seen in Lok Sabha election 2024, the assembly by-elections become important. Well, assembly by-elections are never a trend-setting trend, but then at this juncture, it seems like it can give an indication for other impending assembly elections, like in the case of Maharashtra, like in the case of Jharkhand. And how much is India Alliance preparing for that? Well, we will come to that. But first up first, 13 seats that went to polling for by-elections in 7 states saw India bloc winning 10, BJP 2, and an independent one. We will talk about these 7 states that also include Bengal, and we will come to Bengal little later. Minus Bengal, that's the graphics which shows where all these parties stand. In Punjab, the seat was Jalandhar West. Aam Aadmi Party candidate, that is Mohinder Bhagat, won by defeating BJP's Seetal Angural by over 37,000 votes. Himachal Pradesh. In Himachal Pradesh, there were 3 seats, and out of 3 seats, Congress won 2, BJP won. In Himachal Pradesh, Congress candidate Kamlesh Thakur won the Dehra seat, and BJP's Hosiar Singh was a runner-up, and the margin was over 9,000 votes. In Himachal Pradesh, Hamirpur seat, BJP candidate, that is Ashish Sharma, won over Congress's candidate Dr. Pushpinder Verma by a margin of over 1,500 votes. In Himachal Pradesh, Nalagarh seat, Congress candidate Hardeep Singh Bawa won over BJP candidate KL Thakur by over 8,900 votes. In Madhya Pradesh, where BJP is in power, BJP won. BJP's Kamlesh Pratap Shah, beg your pardon, won over Congress's candidate Dhiran Shah Sukram Das with a margin of over 3,000 votes. In West Bengal, we'll come to West Bengal a little later. In Uttarakhand, there were 2 seats and both went to Congress. Well, Uttarakhand as a state is ruled by BJP, that is Pushpinder Singh Dhami. He's the chief minister. Over there, Badrinath seat, Congress won against against Rajendra Singh Bhandari by over 5,224 votes. Congress candidate was Lakhapat Singh Butola. In Uttarakhand, Mangalore seat, Congress Qazi Muhammad Nizamuddin won against BJP candidate Kartar Singh Badana by over 420 votes. In Bihar, the independent candidate who won, his name is Sankar Singh, and he won against Janta Dal United, that is Nitish Kumar's Kaladhar Prasad Mandal by over 8,200 votes. And Janta Dal United, that is Nitish Kumar's party, is part of NDA, National Democratic Alliance, one that is there at the center, where BJP is leading that alliance. In Tamil Nadu, it's Vikravandi seat that has been won by DMK candidate Aniyur Siva, and PMK candidate, that is Anubani C, he lost, and there is a margin of by over 67,000 votes. Now, why is this important to read out every seat? Because in every seat, you get to understand a margin. While in Uttarakhand, the Congress candidate possibly has won by the lowest margin ever, which is 422 votes, yet is a victory. And on the other hand, in Madhya Pradesh, where BJP is in power, BJP won the seat. BJP won the seat and defeated Congress with a margin of over merely 3,027 votes. And on the other hand, in Himachal Pradesh, where Congress government is there in power, Congress won the seat, that is Hamirpur seat, against BJP, with a margin. Hamirpur seat, BJP candidate Ashish Sharma won by 1,571 votes. So the margin in a way reflects, as how is the mood on the ground, or possibly the mood that is best reflecting in situation where the voter turnout is not expectedly as high as in any assembly election situation or Lok Sabha election situation. Let's focus on West Bengal. Why is West Bengal important? In Lok Sabha election 2024, West Bengal Trinamool Congress ruling party won 29 out of 42 seats, BJP won 12, and Congress won 1. Interestingly, it was in West Bengal where all the poll pundits and the exit poll agencies had in a way suggested that BJP would be winning. Now, in the 4 assembly by-elections that happened in West Bengal, out of those 4 assembly seats, 3 were with BJP in 2021. Which are those seats? Ranaghat Dokhin, Raiganj, and Bagda. Raiganj is in northern part of Bengal. Ranaghat Dokhin is in southern part of Bengal. And Bagda again is in not 24 Parganas, a seat which is dominated mostly by the Matua community. All these three seats were with BJP in 2021. In Raiganj, the BJP MLA Krishna Kollani dumped BJP, switched over to Trinamool Congress, joined hands with Trinamool Congress. In Ranaghat, Mukut Moni Odhikari, again a BJP MLA, jumped ship and joined Trinamool Congress. Similarly, in Bagda, Bishwajit Das, former MLA, dumped BJP and joined Trinamool Congress. And all three had contested Lok Sabha election for the respective Lok Sabha seats, under which come the respective assembly seats from where they had won for BJP in 2021. Now, all three had lost. All three had lost in Lok Sabha election, which happened just 1.5 months back or 2 months back. Krishna Kollani fought for Trinamool Congress in Lok Sabha election, lost to BJP. The Raiganj Lok Sabha seat had gone to BJP in 2024. Ranaghat, which comes under the Ranaghat Lok Sabha seat, again has been won by BJP. And Bishwajit Das, who lost in the Lok Sabha election, did not contest the by-election. However, that seat has been won by Trinamool Congress in 2024 Assembly by-election. So out of 4 seats, 3 seats were with with BJP, and all 3 seats have now come to Trinamool Congress in by-election. Interestingly, most interestingly, that is Ranaghat Dokhin. This particular assembly segment during the Lok Sabha election for Ranaghat Lok Sabha constituency had given BJP lead. And in about a month's time, that lead has now converted into a lead for Trinamool Congress. So in Bengal, all the 4 seats have gone to Trinamool Congress. Maniktala was with Trinamool Congress. Maniktala has again voted for Trinamool Congress. But the point is, in the northern part of Bengal, which is Raiganj, the seat has come to Trinamool Congress for the first time. At the same time, Bagda seat, which is a Matua-dominated seat, has again voted for Trinamool Congress. Interestingly, the Trinamool Congress candidate is the daughter of Mamata Bala Thakur, who is Trinamool Congress Rajya Sabha MP and also belongs to the influential Thakur family. Now, those who are from Bengal would understand why is this Bagda seat so important, which comes under not 24 Parganas, and how much Matua vote is significant over there. The Matua votes, which are considered to be the second largest scheduled caste community in the state, has an influence over 10 Lok Sabha seats and has an influence over 60 assembly seats in the state, and thus their votes matter. So when they have gone and voted for Trinamool Congress, it is also in a way a mandate on CAA, Citizenship Amendment Act. Citizenship Amendment Act, which was passed in 2019, and the rules were only promulgated days before Lok Sabha election 2024 was announced, had also proven to be a challenge for those who have been waiting for citizenship under CAA, especially the Matua community, because of certain document demand as being mandated by the CAA rules. And thus, the Bengal Assembly by-election has also thrown out a big surprise for BJP. Now, let's move to the other important part. Just a few days back, when the parliament session, the 18th Lok Sabha session or the joint parliament session was addressed by the President Draupadi Murmu, she had read out the statement which is being drafted and passed by the central government. And over there was one particular line which was contested by the united opposition. What was that line? The line was, for the 3rd consecutive time, India has chosen a stable government with majority. That one line, which was part of the script, had also irked the opposition that questioned how is BJP with 240 seats, even after being the single largest party, cannot form government on its own and has only resorted to alliance politics, that is NDA. How is this a stable government? And especially at a time when your alliance is comprising of Nitish Kumar, who is very famous by a name in Bihar for his flip-flops. Once BJP, once Congress and RJD. Once BJP, once Congress and RJD. So this flip-flop had earned him a name. So when you have a stakeholder in your alliance like like JDU, that is Nitish Kumar, how much can the alliance be called a stable government? So when this was questioned, BJP had maintained silence, and in fact, they tried reaffirming in their own respective statements that BJP government is there to stay, and the BJP government will continue with their vision 2047. Here's what President Draupadi Murmu had said during the joint session address while reading out the speech which is drafted by the central government.
2024 के लोकसभा चुनाव की चर्चा आज पूरी दुनिया में हो रही है। दुनिया देख रही है कि भारत के लोगों में लगातार तीसरी बार स्थिर और स्पष्ट बहुमत की सरकार बनाई। 6 दशक बाद ऐसा हुआ है। ऐसा समय में जो भारत के लोगों की आकांक्षाएं सर्वोच्च स्तर पर है, लोगों ने मेरी सरकार पर लगातार तीसरी बार भरोसा जताया। भारत के लोगों को ये पूर्ण विश्वास है कि उनकी आकांक्षाएं सिर्फ मेरी सरकार ही पूरा कर सकती है।
So you heard the president's speech, and now when he juxtaposed what the president said with what the assembly by-election results have turned out, the question is, if BJP is so comfortable at the central level with the kind of majority that they have, how and why the muscle flexing not really yielded results in their favor? Not like BJP has not contested in these seats. In these 13 seats, BJP with all its might could have won, but they did not. They won only 2. And thus the question is, how strong is BJP in 2024? Well, this is what West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee had to say, certainly upbeat, about the assembly by-election victory. And also, she is saying, if the mandate was in favor of India alliance, how and why BJP would claim that their government is a stable government, having earned lesser vote share than India alliance put together.
রাজনৈতিক গুরুত্বও আছে। 4টে সিটের মধ্যে 3টে সিট ছিল বিজেপি, লোকসভাতেও ছিল, বিধানসভাতেও ছিল। সেটা তৃণমূল কংগ্রেস জিতেছে, আর আমাদের সিটটা আমরা জিতেছি, অর্থাৎ আউট অফ 4। আর সারা ভারতবর্ষও আমি শুনেছি যে বিজেপি পর্যুদস্ত হয়েছে। সুতরাং অল ইন্ডিয়াতেও ট্রেন্ড হচ্ছে টোটাল বিজেপির বিরুদ্ধে।
The government, the NDA government which is there at the center, might not be able to complete its full term, 5 years, and that the government is not that stable?
The trend is very clear. Even earlier mandate also, it is not in favor of NDA. It is favor of India, and it is not favor of BJP. All together with the NDA party, all party. Maybe, I may be wrong, but whatever I heard, I came to know that collectively they all got 46% vote, and India itself have got 51% vote. So mandate is against of them, and now again they have started the agency Raj, and this Nyaya Samhita bill, I don't know what they have done. Even doctors are afraid. Journalists, you must know how your life is also danger for this bill. Freedom is at stake.
So Mamata Banerjee, continuing with what she had been maintaining in the entire election campaign, that constitution had been under threat, and now she says that freedom is also at risk with the new laws which have been promulgated, replacing the CRPC, that is BNS. However, coming back to assembly by-election, This is what Rahul Gandhi had said. And if I can quote what Rahul Gandhi had said, Rahul Gandhi says, the results of the by-election in 7 states have made it clear that the web of fear and confusion woven by the BJP has been broken. Every class, including farmers, youth, laborers, businessmen, and employed people, want to completely destroy dictatorship and establish the rule of justice. The public is now completely standing with India for the betterment of their lives and protection of the Constitution. Hail India, hail Constitution. Now, coming back to the argument that BJP had been maintaining, at least in the state of Bengal, that jiska lathi uska bhais. They are saying that by-election and also in a state when it happens, the ruling party always has an advantage, and also in a way alleged that Trinamool Congress had indulged in wide-scale malpractice, and that's the reason they have lost all the 4 seats. Now, that's what BJP is claiming since morning, at least in Bengal. They are saying the voting had not been fair because there is not a BJP government in power, here in the state, and thus they had not received any kind of, a level playing ground or a fair play ground. Let's just switch over to Uttarakhand. Who is there in power in Uttarakhand? BJP, right? Jiski lathi uski bhais. So in Uttarakhand, Pushpar Singh Dhami's government, that is the BJP government which is in power, also saw by-election in 2 seats. So by the logic of jiska lathi uska bhais, both the seats would have gone to BJP. Instead, both the seats went to Congress. By-election happening in a BJP-ruled state where the votes have gone not in favor of BJP but in favor of Congress. Bihar, who is there in power? Nitish Kumar along with BJP. So Nitish Kumar's JDU and BJP, they are there together in Bihar. How come independent candidate Shankar Singh won the Rupauli seat and defeated Nitish Kumar's JDU candidate Kaladhar Prasad Mandal? Jiski lathi, jiski uski bhais didn't work out in Bihar. So it only works out in Bengal and it doesn't work out in BJP-ruled states or where BJP alliance partners are there, ruling. So certainly the question does arise that while they have been so far alleging that in Bengal or in a non-BJP-ruled state, BJP does not receive a fair play, how come people have still voted in favor of parties apart from BJP in states where BJP is in power or BJP is in power along with an alliance partner? Now, the moot point, as we have mentioned, what does this reflect? What does this reflect for India alliance? Why is this significant for India alliance? Well, I was looking for a lot of statements to be coming in from BJP. I went through social media, I went through a lot of places, haven't really seen any statement coming in from BJP celebrating the victory of 2 seats, one in Madhya Pradesh and one in Himachal Pradesh. By the way, in Himachal Pradesh, where Congress government is in power, BJP managed to win 1 seat. So what's cooking in the India alliance camp? I've spoken to multiple sources, and do not even start imagining that because I am in Bengal, I am from Bengal, thus all my sources are in Bengal. No, in 15 years, I have made my penetration to places where I should, and thus I do have my sources. So when I say that I've learned something very credible from my sources, how credible they are, you can come back to me if they do not materialize, because I want to give out a timeline. India alliance, in their own personal meeting, are now aiming at 1.5 years of timeline. 1.5 years of timeline. Do you remember the 5th of June meeting of India alliance leaders, which happened at Mallikarjun Kharge's residence in New Delhi? Of course you do. Those are the visuals. In that meeting, several leaders had tried proposing that they are in touch with a couple of BJP leaders, BJP MPs, and they can invite support. If there is a situation, they have to prove their strength, and they can even try to claim government. Well, most of the senior leaders said that There won't remain much difference between them and BJP if they do so. So they would want to respect the mandate of the people, and that's the reason they did not interfere in the government formation process. And of course, NDA is there in power. And also, we are not giving complete benefit of doubt, as if they had been imagining to do so, India Alliance could have managed, because they still lagged numbers. However, at this juncture, there had been a couple of meetings in the past. Not all the meetings are there captured on the camera. What have been given to understand, at least 4 top leaders of 4 top parties have connected over phone, and they have discussed that under no circumstances will they wait for more than 1.5 years. Why 1.5 years? In 1.5 years, they want to win 2 states. Number 1, Jharkhand, and also Maharashtra. Of course, they would want to win other states, but Maharashtra election, which is there due in couple of months, the focus would be given to Maharashtra assembly election. And in a way, to have the India Alliance not in government at this point would also mean every stakeholder of India Alliance contributing with equal amount of intent, equal amount of integrity, equal amount of dedication and commitment to Maharashtra election. So in order to win Maharashtra election, where Mahavikas Aghadi is there, that is Shiv Sena, Uddhav Thackeray's party, you have Sharad Pawar's party and Congress, all three together, all three stakeholders for Mahavikas Aghadi should be able to bring the actual and the right amount of intent and integrity, for which some of the leaders in India Alliance bloc thought not being in power could also be good. Maybe not being in power would not give supremacy to one party, because after all, if somebody has to become a prime minister, that prime minister would also be from one particular political party, because India Alliance, certainly no party has a clear majority to claim government. So they would need each other's support. Yet, when somebody becomes the prime minister, that somebody would be from a particular political party. So in order to ensure there is no race or a competitive politics or supremacy race, it was presumed the idea would be better to go to polls as India bloc, defeat BJP, and look at a time frame of 1.5 years. That's one thing that you have learned. Number 2, what happened in the meeting yesterday with between Mamata Banerjee and Uddhav Thackeray? Mamata Banerjee goes to Mumbai and she categorically mentioned that it would be a political meeting, because after all, politicians are meant to discuss politics, meeting happening after Lok Sabha election. So Mamata Banerjee goes and meets Uddhav Thackeray and also says that she would be campaigning for Uddhav Thackeray, for Sharad Pawar, and for Mahavikas Aghadi as and when Maharashtra election happens. She also met Sharad Pawar. So both these 2 meetings underline a political messaging. The political messaging is that regional parties are there to stand with each other, stronger, mightier, and hold each other's hands firmly. Also, you have another situation. Hemant Soren, Jharkhand Chief Minister, who was behind bars, came out of the jail and then became the Chief Minister again. He went and met Sonia Gandhi in Delhi. And in that meeting too, it has been discussed cooperation, and cooperation between parties would only mean BJP can be kept at bay. So all these parties, at least India Alliance bloc is concerned, they are targeting 1.5 years, because according to them, no matter what we get to see, and if I have to believe my sources, no matter what we get to see and what transpires in front of our eyes, apparently there are leaders who belong to the NDA bloc had been in touch with at least 2 senior leaders who, on the other side, belong to the India bloc. So when Mamata Banerjee says, "Khela shuru ho gaya, khela baki hai," it's a matter of choice that I leave it to you viewers, as whether you want to accept it or you want to be dismissive. But it seems like what I've learned from sources, at least from 3 different political parties part of India bloc, that they are targeting 1.5 years in order to topple BJP government at the center. How much true that would happen, we don't know. Is it too early to have a comment on that? We don't know. But then the assembly by-election, the India bloc leaders are seeing as an indication that they can dare to walk on that road. How much they would do, we can't really confirm at this juncture. The third thing that you have learned, in August there could be a meeting. That is after the monsoon session gets over and the budget session gets over, beg your pardon. There will be a meeting of India bloc leaders where all the top leaders are expected to attend. And that meeting not necessarily will happen in New Delhi. Now start guessing the places. It can be Bengal, it can be Jharkhand, it can also be Bihar, it can also be Maharashtra, it can also be Karnataka. So keep guessing, but then the sources are saying that there is very much likely a meeting lined up between the top leaders of India bloc as soon as August. And finally, before we wind up, I was coming down to my office and I happened to cross the BJP party office in Kolkata. And this is how the BJP party office looked. If I can ask my producer Shumon to play that visual full frame. So that's how the BJP party office, that's the BJP headquarters in Kolkata, looked like. As I was coming back to office, it was completely deserted. Obviously, they had no reason to celebrate. But then we have seen celebrations break out outside BJP party office when BJP won, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, and Chhattisgarh. Celebrations happened outside the BJP party office in Kolkata. When BJP won in Assam, celebrations happened here outside the same very office, that is BJP party office, the headquarters in Kolkata. But today it looked absolutely deserted. Nobody outside. What's cooking in BJP camp as far as Bengal is concerned? Again, it was very difficult to find out because there were not many leaders. And this is how the BJP party office looked like. But then, having said so, even though people think I don't speak to BJP leaders, yes, I do speak with BJP leaders, and there are several BJP leaders who have given out one particular lead, and I find a commonality. That pressure is mounting on the central leadership to look for a change, state leadership of BJP. Names have been suggested, and at least 3 old guard BJP leaders have strongly stated one thing, again, something in common amongst all the 3 leaders who have given a feedback. That trusting the turncoats possibly had not been the best decision in the best interest of BJP, the BJP Bengal. That's it for tonight. We'll come back to you again on Monday with a live broadcast. But for now, good night and take care. And I do apologize, I'm not reading out your comments because I really have a bad throat. Maybe the moment I end this live broadcast, I have to either go back to sipping a hot coffee or tea, or maybe something else, hot water. But for now, thank you so much. Thanks for joining and thanks for connecting with us. Good night and take care.